Welcome to On the Line, conversations about ensuring what matters most, presented by Mainline Benefits.
Hey, Andrea, welcome to On the Line, our podcast from Mainline Benefits, which you are one of our very valuable agents. And, just listen, you're also an equity partner with us, right? All of our agents are. Tell me what you've heard so far about the podcast. Tell me what you're thinking about it so far.
Great things. We got to see Sadia first, which I had great takeaways from hers about life insurance and babies. Everyone thinks it's a death benefit, like she had said, and it wasn't. And it kind of opened my eyes to it. So I feel like it opened a lot of people's eyes to more than what we do. It's not just about dying. It's about, benefiting your children as they grow. And I thought that was very impactful and to a lot of people. So
Got it. I wasn't expecting to talk about dying at the very beginning of our
sorry.
podcast.
Can you start that over?
No, we don't need to start over. We're good.
Oh,
No, it's okay.
sorry. I
I was just trying to figure out where my energy was going with that one.
right to the
Yes,
nuts and
no,
bolts
that's
of
good.
it.
No, that's good. So I guess let me, no, that's perfect because it really is. It's like, yeah, I was trying to start with some a little bit more just to have a little fun with it. But truthfully, we really do not, just we make a difference, right?
What we do is important.
What we do is important.
And everyone thinks it might be boring,
Yeah.
but it could be boring until they miss like one enrollment or have a life insurance issue that it's catastrophic for their family.
Yeah.
So it's what we do is important. It might be a little boring for people, but not when they need it.
Now when they need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So how did we start working together?
Oh, this was great.
And how long has it even been? I know it feels like 20 years, but how long has it been?
Forever. It's been I want to say 2 years now.
2 years,
Yeah,
okay.
and I called you on the phone from an ad for an insurance broker, and I was doing PNC at the time because of a non-compete, and we had such great energy over the phone, and I was excited, and you told me, oh, well, we'll pick this up tomorrow. We'll talk again. I said, no, I got to come in. I got to meet you. Like, we got to make sure. And then I never lost because I had so much fun. I think we talked for 3 hours. It was so much fun. So
Got it.
Yeah.
And you showed up and you never left.
Never left.
Got it.
Can't get rid of me that fast.
So what would you say, even from the standpoint of Mainline Benefits? Why is it fun? Why are you excited to be here? Why? Because there's a lot of agencies out there, right?
There are. And,
And you've worked for a number of them.
yes, I have. I just specialized in Medicare then, and you got me into the under 65 and a lot of more ancillary products, which are great, those cancer benefits that people don't think about, things like that I wasn't focused on before. And I feel like there's a lot of growth here, a lot of good people, a lot of strong agents that I could learn from and bring that knowledge to my clients. And I think that's important for an agent to keep growing. So, and I feel like this is a great place to do it.
Yeah, as an agent here, we have some agents that do we have some of the top of the industry agents here, right?
Yes, we do.
So how hard is it to get a secret from them of what they're doing?
Not hard at all.
No.
It's a text, a phone call, a meeting away. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's available, which is nice. It's
Yeah.
not like you're hunting someone down and they're not getting back to you. We get back to everybody, which is great. It's if we're in an appointment, after that appointment, they get back or what have you, or
Yeah.
text and say, hey, I'll get back to you in a moment, which is great.
So not only they're getting back to you, but do you feel like people are holding secrets or like, hey, how come this guy's doing all this business? What's his secret? What's his?
No, they don't. They spill that secret sauce to us
Yeah.
like quite freely.
Yeah.
And I find that great because of the fact that, again, I do want to keep growing and I want to bring their expertise and knowledge to myself, to bring to my clients and grow from that. And it's an excellent family, oriented here. Everyone is happy. You have husbands and wives that work together.
Yeah.
You have parents and children working together. And I think it's just a great environment for any agent to want to come on and learn from the best, because we really are the best in this business. I mean, you look at some of these producers out there. I won't do name drops right now.
Yeah.
But, yourself, you're so knowledgeable. We can come to you with anything, which is extremely rare that you could just have someone 100% access to you walking in here. Well, at least I do, because I'm in the office every day.
Yeah.
I live here, basically.
But it's one thing, whether it's me or somebody on the
Yes,
team, right? You can
absolutely,
always, right?
absolutely.
Okay, very good. So what do you really specialize in on the business side of it?
So I specialize in Medicare, families, family-oriented life insurance. I like to make sure all of that is rounded out and that they understand what they have, that I'm not just doing an enrollment, that I'm making sure I'm educating them. where they know what they have and they're not worried and they understand it, like education focused for that, especially Medicare people. Like they're getting older. Medicare has so many working parts that a lot of people just get confused. And, I want to make sure that those families know how to navigate that and not, if you miss an enrollment with Part D, you're going to get penalized for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know that if they signed up on their own. It's great that we take the time to educate them. And, with my clients, they could call me, text me, email me, and I'm right back to them like right away.
Got
A
it.
little bit too much access.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
okay.
No, but no, the one thing I know, I see it just, you really enjoy what you're doing.
Oh, I do.
Right?
It's not boring.
Yeah.
If you enjoy it.
Yeah.
So.
Good. Now you know so one thing that's really nice about this business is the freedom to work when you want to work, right?
Yes.
And then but when you're working, we really want you to work.
Right.
But you can also play when you want to play, right? There's not like some clock you got to go in or out or ask for 2-week vacation,
Oh,
right?
yeah, no.
But I know you just had a nice vacation.
Oh, yeah. I know what's funny, though, Arnie, is the second that you decide to go on vacation, that's when everyone's calling you, your phone's going crazy, and you're like, oh, I'm trying to relax, but you don't want to miss that business. So
Yeah.
I'd rather be on vacation getting that kind of business because I'm happy to do it wherever I'm at, but more enjoyable by a pool.
Yeah, got it. Yeah,
Not
fair
in
enough.
Chicago.
Yeah, fair enough. So where was that vacation at just now?
I was in Florida.
Okay.
Went across to different places, Naples, over to West Palm, Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale, Hollywood.
I'm sorry, were you driving around?
Oh, no, I flew down there and then I rented a convertible and went across Alligator Alley, which I was very upset because I didn't see one alligator. I don't know why they call it that. You can't see an alligator, And I even stopped and didn't see one.
Actually, down in Florida, I know they got these iguanas falling out of the trees
Oh,
or
my
something. Did you
gosh,
see any of
yeah.
that?
Well, I saw some. My girlfriend that lives in West Palm, she said that they're just giant over there by her. And I guess if you kill one, it's like $50 per animal you get because there's an overabundance of them. That and I didn't.
It's not a fine for killing them. It's for,
they give you the money. And
got
there's
it.
I didn't know this boa constrictors there's an abundance of those down there. I'm like,
Got it.
okay, I'm not moving there.
Got it.
So I've got to look elsewhere on where to retire.
Yeah, got it. Got it. So if someone was looking at come on board, get into the industry, what would you say? Listen, what we do, I think, is pretty simple, right? Not easy, but it's very simple. But it really isn't for everybody, right? So what would you say a trait, if somebody had this or they're looking for this, what would you say would give them a reason to give us a call and consider the opportunity?
I have someone coming on right now, a friend of mine's son, and he's a young guy. And I told him, why don't you look through this first? See if this is something you really want to do, because it isn't for everyone.
What does that mean, though? Like when you tell him to look at it?
I want him he listened to some phone calls that I made, saw how I was helping, seeing like kind of what the details are. Because, I mean, if you mess something up in insurance, it's pretty catastrophic.
Yeah.
It's not right when they need
Yeah.
to use it.
Yeah.
So, I feel like someone that would be good at our job would be someone that's focused on making sure that they're detailed oriented on getting all of those facts down, the fact finding, and that they listen and they don't overtalk them. And I just feel like the freedom to, like you had said, that's the reason I went in this business. Is I had a baby in 2008 that I was not expecting, and I didn't want to miss his great years because I had my older son and I got to be with him, so I didn't want to miss that. And so it's being able to come and go as you please. I was able to go get him from school, to pick him up, to be there, and to work from home. So I just I feel like someone that's looking for the freedom, that likes people, that could show the care that people need when they're making a big decision like healthcare or life insurance. So I feel like those are things that they need to think about before they decide to come in this business.
Got it. Yeah, so just being a female in this business, right? Truthfully, most of the industry, it's a lot of guys that are in this business, right? And you're obviously not a guy. You're not a female and like a Barbie female, like, right?
Yeah.
You got the Barbie insurance agent here. And so how do people, like, I guess really two parts to that. You'd say, how do we attract more females into the industry? Because I do think that a lot of times females can relate with somebody even easier and quicker. So they actually could end up being a better insurance agent, right, than the guys.
That's a great question.
So we do have a lot less. Yeah. So how would we attract more females?
So when this is being specific, when I first started, when I was doing Medicare, and I was like the only woman agent there, and these gentlemen or these older ladies in Medicare age, obviously in like their 70s, they would have a gentleman come to the door and they didn't feel comfortable having that person come through the door. And so then they would call and say, I want a female agent. And so they would call me and they would send me. And then I got, there was a gentleman first. Now you don't even look like an insurance agent. So I'm like, okay, I hope that's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't know what a typical insurance agent looks like. But, you know, right then I felt comfortable, like just being with those women and letting them know, you know, it's okay to have a male come here because, you know, it's coming from a company. And, but most people are doing it over the phone, which makes it a little bit difficult. I like the face-to-face interaction. But as a woman, I would say I go to women's groups and go to different networking events and I let people know, like, this is what I do. You would be really good at this. Why don't you try to this? You know, like come and see if it's something you might like, especially if they're into sales and they're people oriented and they want to be out, you know, doing this. And especially because our company ranges from, you know, 18 up to whatever, you know, so we have a big wide range of the age differences here. So I feel like there's a place for everybody. Women, I feel like now, with the younger generation, they all want to work now. They don't want to be a Susie homemaker or anything. They want to be out there making their own money. So I feel like I would want to, you know, social media is a great place for us to try and attract more women. And especially like when I say like people don't expect me to be an insurance agent because they think it's boring. Well, it's not boring until you need something from me. You know what I mean? But I like, you know, people exceeding their expectations, like here, and then all of a sudden they're like, wow, you really know what you're talking about. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I mean, I study every year for this AHIP and all of this. So, but yeah, I feel like if we started networking more with more women's groups, maybe even the social media, now that, you know, our gal Nasa at work here, she made the social media room between this podcast and that, I feel like we could reach a lot more females. That, you know, to entice them into this, to make their
and
own
why would they want to come into the business?
You know,
I think we need them.
Yeah, I do.
But why
too.
would they want to
like
come in?
More women want to work with women. Women want to promote more women now. They want to, you know, the women's rights and all of that. But I mean, not even so much that. I just feel like people trust women more for some reason, and it's weird because I've got that before in other sales jobs. You know, like they just trust women more for some reason. And it's great for us, but, and I don't know what you guys did to make it out like that, but I'm happy for it.
Got it. Yeah. And I think the one thing, and you did say it earlier, just about to be able to go and be with your son and school events.
Oh yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah. So yeah,
and it still is, you know, with him golfing and being able to travel with him and still being able to work when I'm there, you know, so it's quite wonderful.
So someone was a mom, kids are in school. Could you see somebody doing this while the kids are at school?
Oh, absolutely. And that's what I did is I'm like, what am I going to do? You know, I had a clothing store before I got into this job. And it just happened to be someone went up to me and they're like, you'd be really good at what I do. And I'm like, well, what do you do? It's like, I'm an insurance broker. I'm like, that doesn't sound very fun.
Yeah.
And honestly, Arnie, when I was studying for the test, I kept falling asleep studying this home study. I was like, oh, this is really boring. But then you get past it and you get to the sales part of it. And it's exciting to be able to help someone and know that they're comfortable with like what they have, that they're, you know, they know how to use it with doctors and everything like that. It makes it more exciting for myself. And I feel like moms would feel that joy too, because, you know, they could go back and be with their children whenever they want, but then they could go out and have a rewarding career for themselves and make money to spend on their children because these sports aren't cheap.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we actually have 2-3 people on a team that their kids play hockey and
yeah.
very expensive, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, mine's a golfer. That's super expensive too.
Correct, yeah. But the idea that, I know you've done this too, you've traveled with your son to go see him play golf, right?
Everywhere.
I mean, how many corporate jobs can you have where you can actually take off and go do that, right?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
And like, I'm going to be dropping him off at college in August. And I know we're going to be studying for open enrollment for 2026. And I think I'm going to run something for about 3-4 weeks, make sure he's acclimated before I leave that area in case he needs something. It's his first time ever being away from me since I've had him. It was always been me and him, and his brother. So I'm like, this would be great for me to buckle down, study, and still be there for him. So it's the freedom to be able to do all of these things and not miss anything,
Yeah.
but still be able to make the money that I need to pay my bills and,
Yeah.
and theirs. And, it's really quite
Yeah.
wonderful. And I don't think people think about that. They just think, oh, insurance. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that. It's so different. And then coming into the office, this is like, I love coming here. I'm always here. I love it here. I mean, so much so I think I made an apartment in my office there.
Yeah.
I mean, if I got a bed, I got everything,
Yes.
So, oh, that came out wrong.
Yeah.
Not a bed, it's a sofa that turns into a bed for open enrollment.
Yeah. But it is all pink. though.
Yes, it is.
Everything's pink.
Everything's pink. Well, the Barbie, Barbie insurance agent.
So what would you say, what would stop someone from being successful in the business? Because, you could, like, you don't need to have most agents we have do have a college degree. Some have masters, but you don't need that, right?
No.
So, this is a type of position where you just got to say you want it. You got to put up your hand and say, hey, I want to go for it. And not everybody makes it in the industry, right?
Right.
So what would you say would be the biggest challenge for somebody making it?
I would say they have to be motivated, self-motivated.
Yeah.
Because it's not like these clients just fall in our laps. I mean, I worked a lot of years in order to have the clientele base that I did have coming here. But now I get to work with their kids and then their kids. And and a lot of referrals. But if someone starting in this industry has no book of business to come in with, they really got to buckle down. And you've made a successful lead generation for all of us. So, what if I am slow? Guess what? I could pick up that lead program and start making calls myself, So I just feel like someone that is self-motivated, like I said, and wants the desire to make money and to be better. I feel like those are the people that will make it in this industry.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So just going on that a little bit deeper though. Okay. So, because so you have to know what you're doing, right?
Oh.
But I think we do a good job training people.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely. Yes.
So, but so like you said, self-motivated. Why would they have to be self-motivated here versus a regular corporate position?
Well, we're 1099, so we work for ourselves.
Yeah.
We work hard. We want to get that equity and our shares in this company. And that's one of the great things about Mainline is that was never offered at another insurance agency.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Like, if you work hard, you're going to get compensated and you're going to own more of this business, this company, I should say.
Yeah.
And other places aren't going to do that. In a corporate job, you leave, guess what? You're gone. You're done. You don't have shares in that company.
Yeah.
This one, your hard work pays off in the long run. And then it's great. It's a great legacy for your children. I look at it like that. If I work hard, I can play hard with them and give them nice things. And
Listen, I've been doing this for 26 years. When I was in the field, every appointment was face-to-face. It was just what we did.
Yeah.
I know so many agencies and there's so many call centers out there where it's all just over the phone. I think you like doing face-to-face.
Oh, absolutely.
And you do phone, right?
I do, but I'd rather meet them face to face because this way I know that they're understanding what they're getting. And I could see in their face if they're not, then I'm going to go, oh, what don't you understand? Let's go back into that. And I think you have a deeper relationship with them. It's not going to be so transactional. It's going to be a relationship, not just buying something. And honestly, I know everyone likes to do texting now. I'm like, pick up the phone. It's your insurance. Let's talk. At least talk to me. Or if you want, if you don't understand it, I'll come to you. Or if you don't want me to come to your home, come to my office. I'll meet you in a restaurant. I don't mind going out and buying them a coffee or whatever they want, as long as I know that they're understanding what I'm offering them.
Got it. Now I know you still do some on the phone. You have to, right?
I do.
You're in how many states do you work?
12.
12. So obviously there's going to be some phone.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you make that transition? How do you make it work for someone that when it is over the phone? How do you provide that same value?
It takes me a little bit longer because I want to stay on that phone. And I mean, most of the younger people with, like, say, the ACA marketplace and that, they kind of know what they're getting. And then I just make sure that they understand what a subsidy is. And to make sure that they're doctors and, like, it's not all PPOs are different than what they used to be. And I want to make sure that that comes across right. And with Medicare, it just takes me longer on the phone because I want to go through each one, thing with them, just depending on what they're purchasing or they're getting for themselves. If it's an Advantage plan, there's so many bullet points to hit, and you want to make sure you get every single one so they understand what they're getting.
Got it.
So I personally would rather just fly to Florida and meet with them instead of sitting here. But I don't. So I just think I just take longer to do that on the phone, and that's okay. I mean, even in open enrollment, I know people have time limits on their time. I tend to get kind of in deep, and I just don't cut people off at that point. Yeah.
So why would you say you do that? What do you get out of doing that?
Nothing more than what you guys do. I don't know. I guess I would want someone to do that with me or my mom if she was doing that, not just cut and dry. Like, okay, your 45 minutes is up. I'm out of here, which I'm sure everyone does, but I just don't put a time constraint on it.
Got it.
Which, that's probably why I'm here at 6 a.m. until 8 at night.
Got it. Got it. What you choose to do.
Yeah, I
right?
do. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you cracked the whip over here. I know.
No.
Oh, please.
So just don't want people thinking they have to.
No,
but
no.
it's awesome. That's why you're so successful what you do, right?
You know what?
But you can leave at 3 in the afternoon or 1 in the afternoon. And
you know what? During those 7 weeks of Medicare open enrollment, and then I go into open enrollment for under
no vacations during that time.
No. And that's what I mean now is, you know what? Yeah, I can leave here at 1 if I choose, or work from home now, but I still choose to come in here because I like it here. I push myself more here. But again, I'll go on the vacation. I went for I was only going to stay for 4 days and I ended up staying for 7, so it was great to be able to do that. So,
Yeah, no, it is pretty cool. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
So how did you even switch that around from 4 days to 7 days?
So I got very lucky because, well, I shouldn't say lucky, but they restricted the airspace after they arrested the president. So all of these planes got delayed. So they said, who's willing to switch their flight? I'm like, I will.
Got it.
So I ended up staying.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. You just have the ability to just do that.
Oh, yeah. Right. Absolutely. It was great.
Very good. Hey, so just to getting back to golf, all right? And I know you said your son is it's college, high school?
He's at St. Viator graduating this year. And
That's high school or college?
High school.
High school,
He's
okay.
going to college.
So first of all, do you golf?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
My dad made it very clear when we were younger that to my brother, my sister, and I that we had to play a man's sport, my sister and I, and we had to be good at it. So we had to bowl, but golf was his big thing. And he would take us out there and he's like, don't you ever play customer golf though. Don't you just give that game up. I'm like, oh, please, Dad, I want to make I want to make them feel good. And he was like, no, my daughter will never throw a game. So it was funny. He made sure that we were very good at this sport. Wow. And now I enjoy it. I mean, do you golf, Arnie?
I do not.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, barely.
4 hours of just having fun out there in the nature and drinking some beers maybe or whatever your thing is. Yeah. But it's super fun. And there's a lot of big tournaments going on right now. And it's just fun to go out and network and talk to people. And it's a lot of fun.
So tell me about your son with that.
Okay.
He's doing well with it?
Oh, yeah. So they asked him to.
I'm getting off of me talking about golf because I don't know. Yeah.
So he's going to be going down to Knoxville to college, and they.
He's already been accepted.
Yes.
Oh, with the scholarship then.
Yes, we're going to be going down for a signing, which is
nice.
going to be exciting.
Awesome, congratulations!
So I will be.
I didn't know about that. That's
I will be posting it, and maybe we'll come back on and talk about it on the line. But yeah, I'm very proud of him.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Got it.
And then my older son inherited a golf course from his father passed, and he got the portion that his dad owned of a golf course up in Fox Lake. So I thought that was kind of cool too. So golf has been in our family for a long time for both my sons.
And I know you were real proud of your dad, Marine, and
my goodness,
he passed away about
August 31st of 2025. And thank you for coming to show your respect. That was very thoughtful of you.
So he must have been really proud of your son.
And that was the one thing. My father grew up in Knoxville, just outside Knoxville.
Did he know about that before?
No, and that's the first call I wanted to make was, your grandson just got, offered, and it was the one call I couldn't make. And it was sad, but I thought he was smiling down on us from up above and graced him with that scholarship down to Knoxville.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited, very excited.
Yeah, so getting back to some of the business side of this, okay? So we just got out of what's called annual enrollment for the seniors and open enrollment on the under 65 or Obamacare market.
Yes.
And there's some agents that just work during that time of year and they go back and do whatever they're doing,
Yeah.
right? Because it's just
Well,
real
there's
busy.
superstars that do that.
Yeah. So and there's some
Yeah,
people, right? They just
really,
work
just
so much during that
insane
time.
amount. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, they really are
Yeah.
amazing.
But our agents typically are full time all year long, right?
Yes.
So outside of open enrollment now, who are you taking care of? Who you're helping?
Okay.
Why do they need your help now?
Yeah, good question.
What are you doing?
What I do, I get a lot of referrals, which,
Okay.
I will say I didn't enjoy PNC so much, but that's probably one of my biggest referrals systems there. And I love those guys for that.
And PNC, just for so we don't
Property,
get too
casualty,
much. Yeah.
home and auto.
Yeah, got it.
And those guys, they started their own company and they send me a lot of referrals. So,
So where you used to work, there's sending
yes,
referrals. Okay,
yeah, when
nice.
he started as shout out to Next Level Insurance for that. Thank you, boys. So people that are losing their coverage or say they get kicked off Medicaid and they still don't have a lot of income to pay for a lot of a big insurance premium. And then year round, people that are on the ACA, they don't realize, these deductibles are up to $10,600 for the max out of pocket, $7,500 for the deductible. They need a plan enhancer from Allstate to if something, accident, sickness, hospitalization, something critical illness, those things happen that could throw them into a catastrophic downfall of their finances, and this way we protect them with all of these plans that can be sold year round. It's not limited to that one time that say, the Advantage plans or open enrollment is.
Yeah, got it.
And then a lot of people don't know we have the cancer, heart attack, stroke. You're seeing more people in their 50s, maybe even 30s now getting cancer. It's awful, but we have something to protect them. And I mean, fun fact is I was at a wedding and this guy comes up to me. He's like, "You're an insurance broker?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "What kind?" I said, health and life." And he's like, "Oh my goodness." He goes, "Do you sell cancer plans?" I'm like, "Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have two myself. No one's taking care of me if I have cancer, heart attack, or stroke." Okay. So he goes, "That saved me." He's like, he had like a $50,000 lump sum that he got. And he was just going on and on about to people at the table about this policy that basically saved his finances. It would have bankrupted him.
So when you say that they get 50,000, that's to do what with it?
Okay.
Right, because let's say we can start more basic.
Okay.
So they buy an ACA plan or an Obamacare plan.
Right.
People call it whatever they want to call it. That actually takes care of what?
So the ACA will take care of their health and like their go to their primary. And I mean, it goes for your doctors, specialists, hospitals, but it's still, you have the deductible to pay, which I mean, are obscene now. I mean, $7,500 is like a normal. And then the maximum out of pocket of $10,600 that they raised it to this coming year for 2026, you have to pay $10,600 before they pay 100%. So people don't realize that. And so these plans, the plan enhancer, for example, if people aren't going to go to the hospital unless it was an accident or they're really sick, right? So this plan, if you go there and you get hospitalized, then they're going to pay, as long as your bills support that amount, they're going to pay you up to that amount that you have for the face value. Say it's 10,000. We like to match it with the
and they put that
maximum.
money back in your pocket.
Yeah, and so that pays the consumer directly. So what they can do is they could pay their bills with that, the hospital bill.
Yeah.
And once they reach that $10,600 out of pocket, then they get to pocket the rest and pay their bills that maybe they couldn't work when they were in the hospital, obviously, or it was an accident. And going back to the cancer, if you get cancer, it's a lump sum. If it's a $50,000 face value, they're going to cut you a check, first diagnosis of that, and send that to you. So you know what? You don't have to worry.
And what can they use that money for?
They could use it for everyday bills, their rents, their mortgage, their car payments, the chemo, radiation, whatever. They don't have to wait for the insurance company to say yes for you to go to treatment too. Sometimes I had a friend of mine that got breast cancer, and it was tragic watching that she had to wait, and I feel like she didn't make it because of that. If they would have just said yes right away, for that, but they had a waiting period for prior authorization, which was awful. That was a couple of years ago. But it's very sad. But those plans will protect you against that. That is the most amazing thing about it, I think. I might be overinsured now, but I would rather be overinsured than underinsured.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my kids to have to not be able to go to school or work because of me. Who am I kidding? They're going to throw my ass right into a home. bye. Oh my gosh.
That doesn't sound like that's a real laughing matter. That's,
I know, right? That's tragic. It's waiting to happen.
Got it. I know we're here in Chicago.
Yes.
Our company, though, we have agents all over the country, right?
Yep.
And you live here. Where are you actually from, though? Where were you born?
I was born in Georgia, and then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, not a lot of people do. I don't know why I keep that a secret. You can't.
Well,
tell
now it's
by
out
this-
there.
I'm like Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
Or hello.
There you go.
Yeah. So we were born. My sister and I were born in Georgia. Then my brother was born in Louisville, Kentucky, and then we moved back to Memphis. My mom
Oh,
and
with your dad being the Marine.
Yeah. Well, no, my
that-
dad was. He was in the Marines. He was stationed out in California, and then they moved back to Memphis, and my dad was transferred to Georgia, and my mom had my sister and I there, and then he got transferred over to Louisville, and then they moved back to Memphis to be with my
Got it.
mom's family with the three of us because we were so young, and so that was great. And then my dad got transferred up here and
Up here to Chicago.
and so
As a Marine. So where was he? No.
he was with Meade.
Meade. Yeah, the company called Meade.
paper,
Yeah.
mhm. Yep.
Okay.
So
So that's how you ended up staying in Chicago. You just came with them. How old were you when you got to Chicago?
I was like 7 or.
Oh, so you were that young.
Like 8 or 9.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Chicago's kind of been your home.
Yeah, well, everyone says I sound like I'm from New York, not the South. I can tell you
Yeah.
that. I'm like, I didn't realize I had an accent.
So what's your favorite part of being part of Chicago, living in Chicago?
Oh, geez. Not much. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, summers are fun.
Yeah.
You know, I do like the people here. I think we're a little bit nicer than most other areas, not the South. I'm
Mhm.
leaving that out. But, you know, everyone's pretty friendly. I mean, I went to New York. That was not fun. You know, California, very different. I just feel like we're very grounded and normal here. If there's such thing as normal.
Got
I
it.
don't know. But yeah, what's your favorite thing about being in
Yeah,
Chicago?
I just think, you know, if I talk about Chicago, what I mentioned, I love Chicago. I've
Mhm.
been all over the world. I really do. I-
Wait, and you went all over the world with the Air Force,
I
correct?
did travel a lot with the Air Force, but
Yeah.
honestly, my dad took us places, and my dad, took us all over the world. And
Thank you for your
traveled.
service, by
Yes,
the way.
thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah, no, yeah. So one of the reasons, like when I describe Chicago, it's like it's got everything but mountains.
Yeah.
I just think we have great food. We have great, we
Oh,
have
the food's
people
amazing.
don't even think about like Chicago having a beach,
Right,
right? And we have
right.
great beaches here.
Yeah, we
right?
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of really good ones.
Yeah.
Especially boating. Boating season's fun. You go across Lake Michigan over to Michigan,
Mhm.
basically from Chicago. That's so much fun. Yeah, there's just a lot of fun things, different things to do.
And what's your favorite Chicago food?
Pizza?
Pizza.
Oh my gosh.
We do have great pizza here.
Best here, yes.
Yes.
It is.
Got it.
I would throw down on a Lumonati's anytime.
Got Hey, just to help wrap up our podcast here, which I really, really appreciate. I love you being part of the team and being an agent on our team and working together. It's been awesome having you. And thanks for joining the podcast specifically.
Thanks for having me.
So as we, as we wrap up, what would you say if you were going to give a message out, like whether the type of consumer you're looking for, or, honestly, if someone was thinking about being even in the industry, a female looking to be in the industry, would you be open to even talking to
Oh,
someone?
I would 100%. I'd be like, if anyone feels like they want to learn more about what we do, especially females, males too, I'm not going to leave you out. Yeah, I'd be happy to answer any questions that they may have or anything like
What would
that.
be the best way to get in touch with you?
They could call me at 847-791-3330. And again, if anyone
You
is
said it one more time.
847-791-3330. And it's Andrea Petrungaro with Mainline Benefits. But
So someone that's looking to maybe get into the industry, they're welcome to call you and
Oh,
kind of pick your
please.
brain a little bit.
yeah,
and
and if
from
anyone
a-
has questions about the Allstate Plan
Yeah.
Enhancer, the way that could help them with their ACA or meeting those deductibles or walking their parents onto Medicare or even the cancer, heart attack, stroke plan. I mean, that's something that a lot of people don't know about. I would be happy to go into depth with them about
Mm-hmm.
that, especially I feel like each person, someone's been touched by cancer somewhere in their life along the way.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's such an important product that a lot of people don't know about. And I just want to tell everyone about it.
Yeah.
And I want anyone that wants to learn more about any of this to just please feel free to call me. Again, that's 847-791-3330.
A nice plug in there. That's good. No, I'm glad you did that. And I know you said you're in 12 states.
Yes.
Mainline, we are in 50 states. So if
Mhm.
someone calls you from a state that you're not in, how can they?
Oh, you know what? We have so many team members. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, we would want to take care of them here because we have so many people
Yeah.
and everyone's so knowledgeable.
So you're still welcome.
Oh,
They're still welcome to give you a
please.
call.
Oh,
We don't need to
absolutely.
worry about what state you're in or not.
Oh, not at all.
You're still welcome to, like, you'd still be open to a conversation with them and then get them to the right agent.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, very good.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us, Andrea.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, absolutely.
Look forward to coming back.